Okay, now that your Google Finances is up and you have your stock market quotes, okay, you're going to come up here and you're going to go down to Portfolio. Click your portfolio. It should be empty unless you've already done it. If you have not already done this is what we're doing today. We are adding your stocks to your portfolio. Wish I could get a little bit closer and it would be clear. There we go. So we're going to add our first symbol. Our first symbol was Coke. K-O. Now if you notice, there's a couple things here. Currency, NYSE. You want to make sure you're on the New York Stock Exchange, Coca-Cola. Okay. Then you're going to add transaction data. You bought Coke. Don't worry about the date. Your shares were 50 shares at $41.92. 50 shares, price $41.92. Add to portfolio. You're going to do the next one. Coke. K-O. Remember, each thing has to be done in order. You're going to add transaction data. You bought the date. You don't need to worry about your shares. 200 at $42.68. 200 at $42.68. And add to portfolio. You're going to continue to do this for every single one. Next, you're going to add VUSI. Okay? Now, when you do VUSI, again, there's two VUSICs. One is the CYCVE and the other one is NASDAQ. Make sure you hit NASDAQ. Okay? You're going to add transaction data. Christopher?
Yo.
How many shares of VUSI did we buy? We bought
100.
You bought 100 shares at how much? $7.20.
What? This is 7. Oh.
Okay. Add to portfolio. Again, we're going to put in who? VUSI, because that's next. Make sure you hit the right one for NASDAQ. Add transaction data. And what was it?
Buy 100 and that's what?
And continue to add each one.
100 shares.
That's 1,000 shares or 2,000 shares.
2,000 actually.
Okay, Christopher, you can turn on the light.
Yeah, I can't see.
2,000 shares at $6.15 a share. Okay, add to portfolio. Again, VUSI. Bottom one. Add transaction data. Next, Christopher. 6,483 shares at $6.17 a share. Where are you at, boy?
I'm at Mobileye.
No, we're not there. Okay, now you're going to add that per portfolio. Next, this one's the next one you're going to be doing. Next is Mobileye. M-B-L-Y. There it is, popped up at the bottom. Make sure it says New York Stock Exchange. Okay, add transaction data. Christopher, we bought how many shares?
200.
How much?
$60.96.
$60.96. Okay, you're going to add that to portfolio. The next one you're going to do is, again, Mobileye.
B-L-Y.
M-B-L-Y. Mobileye. Okay. Now this one, you're going to add transaction data. We sold it, so you're going to have to hit this to sell. You sold how many shares?
200.
At how much?
Actually, I think that's 250. No, that's 200.
How much?
61.35.
0.35. Okay, add that to portfolio. All right. Don't worry about correction errors right now. Next symbol.
F.
Ford. Okay, F. Ford Motor Company, New York Stock Exchange. Add transaction data. You bought
300 shares.
300 at
1161.
1161. Okay, add that to portfolio. Again, value F, Ford, add transaction data, and you sold, sell, how much?
300.
300
At 1169.
at 1169. Okay, and we are going to add that to portfolio. Our next symbol is
AMZN. Amazon.
Amazon. Now Amazon, several Amazons here. Again, you're going to have to make sure. Swiss, you have BM, Swiss again, and NASDAQ. Make sure you hit NASDAQ. Add transaction data. How many shares? 19.
Yep. 19.
At how much?
$847.60.
$47.60. Okay, we have not sold that. Next, Sony.
Yep, S&E.
SNE. Again, look at all the Sonys. Okay, so you need to come over here and find the one
The one at the
that
bottom.
says New York Stock Exchange, Sony Corp. All right, click that one. You're going to add it, transaction data. Your transaction data is going to have how many shares?
$847.60.
No, 129 shares. And the price is $31.78. Okay?
Wrong one.
And we're going to add that to portfolio. Up at the top it says edit transactions to correct errors. You're going to go to edit transaction. Okay? It'll tell you where your errors are. Mobileye needed a date. Let's sell that date as of April, I don't know. We'll go with
6th.
April 2.
2nd.
All right? And scroll down. It really doesn't matter when we sold it because this is virtual. And Ford needs a sell date. So we're going to say the same. April 2nd. All right? Oops, 2nd. Because if we don't say it on time, it'll say it's invalid. All right? Save changes. And that's done. All right? So hold on to that for a minute. Now what you're going to notice at the top is you're going to see an overview. You can click that. Now this is all your stocks right now. These are all of your symbols. Coke, Vuzi, Mobileye, Ford, Amazon, Sony. This is the last price that it sold for today. This is the change, how much it went up to. This is how much shares you own. 0, closed, closed. So we don't have to worry about those. Amazon and Sony. Okay? You don't have to worry about the rest of this. Gain, it gained $35, blah, 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 blah. Down here on the bottom, all right, underneath, cost basis. Okay? The cost basis is how much you have spent right now. $83,856.13. Right here is today your portfolio was approximately $600. But the gain is actually right here. You gained 35 in Coke. You lost $1,522.11 in Vuzi. You gained 962 in Amazon. and you gained 55 on Sony.
Well, then why did you
Okay, so at this time, your overall day was $603. Okay, but that's not going to matter to us because we don't have a gain of $858 here. We have a loss. So we need to look at this column here because that is our loss versus this column here, which is how much we've spent, versus this column here that says this is how much we're in the hole. So we need to be, this column always needs to be more than this. So market value needs to be more than cost basis so that you can gain money. So as of right now, you have a negative $468.22 spreadsheet for your portfolio. So you're going to want to look at what stocks are valued at change. So, but how would you know what to buy next? So let's go to Coca-Cola for instance. Coca-Cola, we're going to hit the Coke symbol, right? And it's going to begin to tell you. Oh, look, 42.67. It went up 10 cents. And here's our graph, our heartbeat that says, oh, okay, so since April 5th, where it had a huge jump, it has gone back down, but I need it to go back up to make more money. So as of right now, yes, we are making money, but when we go to sell, we really want it to be up here, back in these numbers. So as you see your stock rise up big, go and sell it. But how do you know what for? If you go back to your portfolio, okay, that'll come straight up. Come up here to transactions, okay? You bought Coke at $41.92 and $42.68. So go back to your overview. If you look at it, $42.68, we've lost 1 penny on how many shares? Go to transactions, 200 shares. So we've only lost pretty much $2 off of this one because it's rising and falling. But on this one, we've gained a significant amount because we bought it lower at $41.92. So the minute that Coke decides to go above $42.68, you want to look at go ahead and shedding it away. Go ahead and selling it off. Why do we want to sell it off? Because look at the heartbeat. It's really, if you think about it, it stays right around this line. You see it? You see the line? It's really, they're saying this is your normal average line right here. Yes, Coke has gone up. This was at its most. Now we're going, okay, this is its least. It at least is $42.50. It takes the average of the week. If you come up here for the days, let's say you want to know what it is for 1 month, which is about how long we've had it. In this 1 month time, we bought it somewhere around March 15th, somewhere around in here, it started jumping way up. So in the long run, you can tell Coke has risen. Again, what we want to do is make sure that this number goes above what we bought for so that we can turn around and make profit. As of right now, we lose a penny on those 200 transactions for the one stock, but we gain for the other stocks. So we want to look and make sure this at least makes $42.68 and above before we sell. Okay, now we're going to go back to our portfolio and let's look at Sony because Sony had some pretty drastic changes today. Very drastic changes. So we're going to go right here. We're going to click on Sony. Okay, either way, the stock key or the other. This is what Sony has done as of today. From yesterday to today. Do you see where it bottomed out? Now, if you look at its, let's look at the 1 month term. Okay, where we bought. It was doing really well, but now it's dropped. Boom, boom, boom. What happens is you want to look over here and say, what happened? And here's news of Sony. Okay, so Sony sold off their PS3. Sony is looking at a Call of Duty, this is March 20th. The Sony prepared for pre-order for Xperia XZs. Sony gives a